You can be a great CSS developer when you understand how and why elements are displayed the way they are. One of the most important things to really fully understand is where an element starts and where it ends. Most people think they know, but they don't really know. They just look at the text inside the element or how its children are rendered, but that's not always the correct representation of the spacing or even the sizing of that element. It can be very misleading. So in order for us to be 100% sure how an element is constructed and displayed, we need to talk about the box model. All hail box model. Every HTML element is considered to have an invisible box wrapped around it. You probably already think about elements that way. So for example, we added a green background to our sections, and they seem to be these separate rectangular boxes. But what's happening inside the box, or even outside for that matter? In order to explain, I'll use a simpler element like a paragraph, and I'll give it the same green background so you can see. Here's what the box is made out of. Content, what you see inside the box. In the context of a paragraph, content is the text itself. In the case of our sections in our profile, the children are the content. Okay, so we get the content. That's the visible part. Then you have padding. Padding is the space between the content and the edges of the box. This gives you some room to show your content without feeling so cramped and claustrophobic. Right now we have that problem on our page. This is something referred to as negative space. So how do you add padding? Simple. Using the padding property. To change the padding of all sides all at once, you can just say padding : 20 pixels, or more specifically, you can say padding top, padding right, padding bottom, and padding left. So we got a little room to breathe. Then there's border. The border of your element by default is 0 pixels. Nothing. It's still a part of your element. Remember, we're still talking about the paragraph element. We're not talking about a new border element or anything like that. This is a part of your paragraph element. You can specify the border width, style, and color. For example, border : 3 pixels, solid orange. That solid is what's the style of that line around your element, right? So you have solid, dashed, a bunch of other things. Cool, it's looking good. And finally, you have this magical property called margin. Margin is the space around the visible part of the element, outside the borders. Margins are what allow neighboring elements to be laid out next to each other without bumping into one another. And the way you change margin is very similar to padding. You can just say margin, and that will change all the sides, or you can have margin top, margin right, margin bottom, and margin left. And I guess this could also be considered negative space. I'm not a designer, but I think every time you allow empty space for your content to breathe, you're essentially creating negative space. And that's it. That's the box model. So one more time, we got content, padding, border, margin. This is the box model, and it applies to every single element. There are small caveats when dealing with inline elements, but we'll get there when the time is right, my friends. By the way, you can already see this for any of your elements if you inspect element in Chrome, and you can use this little helper tool under the style tag. It shows you exactly what I just talked about. So in the next video, we're going to take our page and lay it out much nicer using box model properties like padding and margin. All right, I will see you there.